Hello everyone, welcome back to GSM Tennis. I'm Steven Anchett, and today I want to talk to you about the 5 must-have forehands in this lesson. And the reason we're talking about forehands is because that's most everyone's strongest shot, biggest weapon, and you want to be able to utilize more than just one type of forehand in order to win in tennis. And I want to teach you these 5 shots and why they're essential, why you must have them, so that you can start developing patterns and start winning more in tennis. The first one I want to talk about is CC and deep. So you might say, well, what does CC mean? CC stands for cross court. So if we are going deuce to deuce, the first shot I want you to really develop, because this is going to be your bread and butter, the shot you probably hit more often than any other shot, is cross court and deep. So if I draw it up here, from this position on the deuce side, you're going to hit it cross court and deep. The reason cross court, it's going to give you the highest percentage shot because the net is the lowest there. And also when it's deep, it's going to keep your opponent from going offensive. So we want to hit cross court and deep. This is probably the #1 essential shot you need to have, because again, it's going to be that bread and butter, that shot that you're going to hit the most often. So if you don't have that shot yet, I'm really worried. You need to start developing that shot. Essential, must have it. The second shot, which a lot of people don't work on, and I want you to start working on this is going to make you a much better tennis player, is instead of going deep, now I want you to go cross court and short. Extremely important shot here. The reason it's so important is because you need to take your opponent off the court even more than a deep shot. So instead of hitting this deep ball, now you take that same shot and you're angling your opponent way off the court. I was just playing tennis yesterday and I kept missing the shot. I couldn't hit it, while the person I was playing against, my opponent, would hit it almost every other time, and I was struggling, even though he wasn't hitting my backhand at all, and I was basically set up on this side the whole time. He was making me run so much because I would recover, and then I would have to go way outside for this ball, and then I would recover, and then he would hit that outside ball again. This is an extremely important shot to start working on in your game, because it's going to make your opponent run way off the court, and then you have the rest of the court to work with. Very important. Start working on that shot. Must have if you want to get to the next level. The next shot I want to talk about when you're on this side is you're still going deuce to deuce, but now what you're doing, let me erase these. It takes way too long to erase. Now this time you're going to go down the line. So down the line and deep. The reason I don't want that ball to be short is because if it's short, now your opponent is going to be able to attack you. So instead, from this shot, we're going to go down the line and deep. Really, you're going to use this shot most often when your opponent is way off the court. So for instance, let's say you hit that short cross-court ball, got your opponent off the court. Now you can kind of step in and go down the line in deep. Keeping, again, making your opponent run side to side and keeping them deep the whole time so they can't attack you. Really important shot. Another one that you're going to hit very often, just to change things up and to keep your opponent guessing to where you're going. So again, those are all the shots that you want to hit when you're on the deuce side of the court. Now, when you're on the other side of the court, so we're no longer on the deuce side, now we're on the ad side, so I'm going to place you over here. When you're on the ad side of the court, you don't have to hit backhands. I want you to start working on inside out and inside in. And that's what number 4 and number 5 are. The first shot I want you to hit is the inside out and deep. So if we go back to this corner, from this, you're still hitting a forehand. Even though you're on the ad side, you're hitting a forehand. And I want you to take that ball out here, hitting an inside out forehand. If you're not running around your backhand to hit your stronger shot, your forehand, as an inside out, you are making a mistake. You need to start getting around that ball and taking as many forehands as you can. There's some statistics out there for the professional matches that if you watch the pros, the person who hits the most the person who gets around the backhand the most and hits the most forehands generally wins the matches. And the pros, believe it or not, like Nadal and Federer, Djokovic, those guys, they're running around their backhand so often that sometimes in some matches they're hitting like 70 to 75% of all the shots as forehands. I mean, that's a crazy statistic to think that that many shots are taken as forehands. So if you're not running around it, you need to start running around it. And if you start running around it, the first shot I want you to be able to do is go back cross court to your opponent's weaker shot, the backhand. So you're going to take it inside out to the backhand side and try and keep it deep again, because you don't want that ball to land short, because if it lands short, you're going to have some issues because now they're going to be able to attack you and you're not going to be in the best position because you're running around the ball. After that shot, once you have that might become one of your bread and butter shots. I know it's one of mine. Once you develop that shot and you feel like you can move on to the next level, I want you to start working on now an inside in ball. So you're still running around the backhand. This time you're taking it down the line and you're ripping it. This is a big shot, lots of spin, lots of power. The reason I'm considering it a must-have shot is because it's going to keep your opponent guessing. And if you're running around your backhand a lot, which you should be doing, now you don't only have the inside out, now you also have the inside in. So now your opponent doesn't know where you're going and they're going to have to kind of guess and read you better. So those are the 5 must-have forehands that I want you to work on. Again, cross court and deep, cross court and short, again to angle off your opponent, down the line and deep, inside out and deep, inside in and deep. Utilizing all 5 of those shots, you're going to start being able to make patterns and win just using your forehand. So try that out. Leave a comment below letting me know what shot you're missing and what shot is your bread and butter. And from that, I'm going to hopefully try and make some more videos on the forehand for you in order to keep developing and become a better player. So try those out. Leave a comment below. And until next time, take care, have fun, and we'll see you later.